Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Valour versus Sentinel. Yesterday we saw Bastion versus Valour, an absolute pub stomp, walk in the park for Valour. Now they take on Sentinel. I'm here today with my co-host, Mr. Penguino. Penguino, how you doing?
G'day, lads. I'm sick, tropical. How are you?
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. We do have a special guest with us today. Mr. Special Guest, would you like to say who you are?
Hello, my name is Conor McGregor, and I'm the referee tonight.
Absolutely amazing stuff. You heard it first here, folks. Conor McGregor, the referee for tonight's match. It's going to be a dirty one, and we're looking forward to it. Seems we got some fans in the chat. Real Mart saying, hello, Tropical, hello, Penguino. Clearly not a Conor McGregor fan, so, that might be a red card off the bat. But this game is going to be starting any second now.
I like to be a bit, we'll let him slide for that one.
What a generous
Certainly
referee.
going to be an interesting match tonight, though, with again a massive numbers disadvantage going the way of Sentinel instead of Bastion, but Valour down by about 10 men again. It might work out for them, though, as it did yesterday when we saw there's more targets to pick off.
Agreed, yeah, agreed. We've seen Valour can win under that kind of player difference, and I think that could be vital for their win today. I've got a very good feeling. We saw them top form, and I think Sentinel are going to be quaking in their boots ever so slightly here.
Yeah, they are going into a rough game here. Valour performed very well yesterday. Should we hear from the Valour command, see what their thoughts are about now?
Of course. Bring them in.
Actually,
aren't you Valour
hold
command?
on. Let's hear from the opposition tonight. Let's hear from Sentinel.
Evening.
Well.
Hello, Mad Blaster. Welcome. Are you ready? Do you know what your game plan is to take on Valour tonight after their stonking victory yesterday?
Do you want me to explain it all fully?
Probably not, mate. We are live.
All right then. Well, main goal is to be killing Kalaku first. No, not Kalaku. He be on our team. Sorry. Killing Comrade first. Get him out the game immediately. We don't be wanting him to get close because he'd be an absolute melee sweat.
Well,
who
is this Jamaican man here?
The rest of it we push right-hand side first because we analyze their gameplay. Valour love to be on the right-hand side of the map. No, not the right. The left-hand side of the map in that building. They like to ram in there, and we're just going to blow them up with our grenades while having a small detachment on the left-hand side to be flanking them.
Well, that is certainly an interesting tactic. I wish you the best of luck with that, mate. Cheers for joining us.
Thank you. Can we be paying off the refs as well? I do be having a £20
you'd have
theme
to
gift.
speak to Conor McGregor about that. Good luck, mate.
I would say, depends on how much your team will donate. Oh, okay.
Well, you guys might recognize his voice. It's Brigadier KC. KC, welcome in. Do you have any words for this event?
Hello. I think it's going to be really good. I got to watch the VOD from yesterday, and it was really, really good. I'm really happy with how that went. We still soon to have Bastion v Sentinel. That'll be next week, I think, whenever Mr. Penguino here decides to schedule that. Or no, he's Sentinel. I keep forgetting who's where because there's so much going on.
Yeah, that was certainly an interesting match weekend. But for now, should we try and see if we can bring in someone from Valour Command to go through a bit of their insight for tonight's game?
Let's bring them in.
Let's get Judge. Let's get Judge. Why not?
Get him in, Casey.
A former man on the stream. Let's see what his words are for tonight.
Hi, Judge.
Welcome again, Judge. After your decisive victory yesterday, how are you feeling tonight? Are you just going to go for it again? Just going to get all 6 points?
Yeah, well, like I said last night, I've had a bit of a study this morning on the enemy's tactics, and we're very confident with our game plan going forward. I've formulated a very thorough game plan, but realistically, it's just business as usual.
Well, that's good to hear. I wish you the best of luck, mate. We'll be starting soon.
Thank you very much.
You heard it here first, folks. Now, we have one more returning guest from last time. You might recognize him. It's Major MC Honor. Honor, welcome back.
It's great to be back on.
How do you think
this is going to play out tonight?
Ooh, I think this is going to be a match for the ages, guys. I think this is going to be a real decider to see how this league really pans out. Two powerhouses of the league taking it apart each other. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of key players and a lot of key moments in this event. Very, very good players across both teams. Very, very great leaders among both teams, and I'm happy to see what's going to go on tonight.
Some amazing words from you there, Honor.
Wait, why-
Now, guys.
Wait, why is Kalaku playing?
Kalaku does what Kalaku does. Now, I do have a question for
The
all of you.
introduction.
We saw yesterday, No Pants, MVP, consistently performed very, very well across the games. Now, how do we think he's going to perform today?
Honestly, I think to really solidify himself in that category of world class. He's a young player, but we need to know if he can be consistent to be put in that world class category. So this is going to be the defining moment in his game here today.
Some very wise words, and we are getting started here, loading into the first map, I believe.
Just a quick delay. I think the stewards have got something wrong. Whilst we're waiting for this to pan out, there's something very important we need to mention. A lone player solidified Valour's victory yesterday. He was imperative. He played a pivotal role, always at the top of their scoreboard. He's not with them tonight. Lieutenant Colonel Rex, how do you think they'll fare without him, Tropical?
Oh, well, you know, Lieutenant Colonel Rex was a huge player for them yesterday. He was top on the
did Rex play?
scoreboards. Yeah,
Missed
Rex was on. He was a lone player for
that.
Valour. He was doing absolutely amazingly. He was kind of leading his team in the charge, performing just so good. And, you know, I'm not sure how they're going to kind of, you know, adapt to the fact that he's not there. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. You will have to see those top players push up and replace him. Maybe Judge will see up that role, but hopefully they can continue their form from yesterday for their sake. But it's going to be a tough challenge against Sentinel. They certainly seem a bit more strong than the opposition yesterday.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news straight from the other Premier League football. Brentford have equalised versus Chelsea. It is 2-2 at the GTEC Stadium.
Thank you for that, Major MC Honor. Well, we will now return to the whole of us as we get started, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting started here with both teams moving out of spawn. We have Sentinel in the red with the other team, Valour, in the blue. So it's going to be very interesting to see.
I'll be back in a moment.
Let's see how this push goes. We heard a bit about Mad Blaster's tactics before we went underway. He wanted to hit left and he wanted to hit it hard, take out their opposition. And he also had an interesting tactic about going for command cross. I'm not sure if he's accounted for respawns in his tactics, but we'll see tonight. He might learn that soon enough.
Very, very nice. Now, we do have a few AFK players. Never mind, I will bite my own words as they have now started to move out. I wonder if that is a strategy that they're going with today.
Yeah, you might be right. But we see Mad Blaster here. His team, very, very risky, very aggressive. They're piling onto the church up there. They're trying to get the vantage point over the enemies. As they start to come around the corner here, we might see something interesting.
Extremely risky plays here, as, you know, the other team definitely sees them and knows where they are. And, you know, being in the open like that. Oh, it's paying off. It is paying off.
The first kill going to Sentinel with the Survivor, a long-time Team 6 member. He's starting to prove himself already here.
Well, what can we say? Team 6 on top, and so far Sentinel on top. Now we're tuning with No Pants.
Valour are taking the lead. Let's see which way this goes from here. They're starting to get picked off on the top of the rooftop. They might need to pull out soon. Their cover might not be sufficient.
We have No Pants. He's looking to get that shot in. He's taking aim and he fires, swing and a miss. But he goes again and another miss. No Pants possibly, you know, a bit shaky, bit cold. I never, I'll bite my own words. And he gets Hector. He gets Mad Blaster. That is just absolutely amazing.
Wow, what a volley from Valour. They are picking them apart. They've moved around and completely outflanked them there. That is some genius play.
Valour once again, just domination.
It is only early hours here, and they might decide to pull away from that rooftop now that they've died. So it might get a bit more even, but they've taken an early lead here. That can have a psychological effect on Sentinel. They need to pull this together now before
the referees might have to get involved with Paulson and Blackadder. And somebody else seemed to be spawn camping. That might be a yellow card. They claimed the rules did not claim that there was spawn camping not allowed, and he was claiming that it is allowed. So referees, you may have to get involved there. That is a very close yellow card early on in this match.
We're doing yellow cards, oh boy.
Yep, just on that, Tropical. Just to be out as from the referees there, no yellow card for now, but the warning is clear. Any further action of spawn killing will be yellow carded.
Very well. Now we do tune in with Kalaku here, moving quite a big line up into the building site of the church. Kalaku giving call-outs. Wilson taking hits on Paulson and
Uh,
Comrade Crosser.
Wilson needs a slay there. There's a teleport there. Slay that man.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That is a rule break. That is a yellow card. That is a yellow card for
right, the
Kalaku,
officials are gonna
no
have to-
doubt.
This is going to have to get involved here.
Yep, looking at the review now.
Never lupus.
Tune in
That
the
might be an
middle with
early
Comrade
blow for
Cross.
Sentinel, as Kalaku, one of their main leaders you'd expect. He's got years of experience. He's already seemed to be resorting to diving, and that could go wrong for him. You don't want him to be kicked from his event.
Simulation from a high ranking is not a good standard to set. Very, very bad for the morale Sentinel.
See the scoreboard coming a little bit closer here than we saw it yesterday. Only a 10 difference right now. Both teams acting a little bit more cautious than perhaps Bastion was yesterday. It could be interesting to see which way this goes.
Sentinel
Well,
have definitely taken some sort of lesson from the thrashing Bastion received yesterday.
I think you see with Bastion, it was first time going. I think they'll be much stronger their next time out. They'll be more comfortable with the maps and they'll be ready to go in round 2 with Sentinel.
Certainly think so. Also the equipment with which they've been provided. A lot of them weren't used to the slightly more modern World War I rifles. They've been playing on some dirtier pitches with the muskets, so they might adapt to that quicker than we know. They could be a real force next week.
You will hear him soon enough.
Like
See
you
the scoreboard
say,
coming very
relatively
close here.
balanced here.
Yeah.
It's
Could swing
interesting
either
to
way.
see. It's interesting to see the difference Kalaku puts into that Sentinel team compared to people like Matt yesterday for Bastion. Definitely more of compelling leaders, helping in the inspiring morale and helping in the field as well.
Yeah, it certainly
Agreed.
seems that way.
Well, guys, we might just have to notice this east side on this first map seems to be a hot point. Both matches, this side is very contested, and once again, without fail, this side is extremely contested, with Sentinel moving in against Valour here. It's just Rockwell and Locke holding the line as Kalaku is moving in. Kalaku, can he get the clutch? He misses an easy shot, and he misses another easy shot. Locke misses an easy shot. Oh, and Kalaku gets the kill.
Great move by Kalaku there. But don't forget the introduction from yesterday of Fusilier No Pants, still top of the leaderboard, 2 game weeks in a row. What a performance already.
He's just absolutely incredible. His accuracy, his precision, the way he's running away with this leaderboard. There's just no one like him in either team. 500 points at least behind. He is a real decider. He's got experience in this league like no others. He's been about the block in the front lines game mode. Some say he's a blue card experienced player. He's right up there in the ratings.
Agreed, agreed. Now we are following Guardsman Blackadder here, as he seems to be going for a very different approach of running around without a weapon out. Never mind, I bite my own words. He gets the weapon out, but Viagra does get the kill on him. Very, very close there.
I mean, as a skirmisher, Tropical, I'm sure you know about running without the weapon, right? Conceal your movements a bit better. Don't have a bayonet sticking above your head. Conceals your movements dead.
Of course, of course. Didn't seem to pay off too well there, as he was sadly eliminated, but he will be coming back in looking for revenge.
That's a second teleport for Kalaku.
Oh, and that might have to be a red card.
We'll have a look.
Let's
Of
go
course
over
we'll have
to
a look.
Potato Waffle from the refereeing team. What's your opinion on this? What needs to be done
Probably not.
here?
Just kind of a fun round.
You know, it might have to be a red. He's just teleported twice. We've told him before. He's a warning and a yellow. He's done it again. He might have to be a red.
Yeah,
Cheers to that, Conor McGregor.
just word from the referees. Red card has been officially
Ooh.
announced. Kalaku will be unable to participate until the next round. Massive
That
blow.
is
massive
unfortunate.
blow.
That is a big blow for Sentinel, as they're struggling for leaders here maybe now a little bit. Mad Blaster and Dankwell are trying their best, but they're getting picked off on this leaderboard here as it gets a bit further apart, with Valour starting to take a commanding lead of 23.
Well, I think we do have to say Valour, you know, they do look like clear favourites from this. You know, the smashing yesterday and now dominating today. You know, it's really just showing that Valour are a great team. They work together really well, and they have some very skilled players. Oh, now
Yeah, the
we're back
gameplay's
with
really
No
speaking for
Pants.
itself here.
No Pants and Luke looking like a little dynamic duo here. Luke holding that angle a little bit too long, but he's not punished.
It's
That's
still a lot
also
closer
tick-
than it was yesterday, though. 23 as opposed to about a 70 lead. It's a different sort of game here. It's a lot more dicey, a lot more midfield tackles. It's not as smooth cut like the tiki-taka we saw yesterday from the Valour company. They're not pushing all as a unit. It's just dispersed across the battlefield.
Let's take a small look at the other key players on Valour today. Let's take a look at John M and regular Turd Ferguson. Quite quiet yesterday, although John M was active in the first round yesterday. This Turd Ferguson, new kid on the block, how do you think he's doing?
Well, he appears to be dealing with the pressure quite well. They've just got him out of the youth academy, a regular, and yeah, here he is, 4th on the leaderboard, only behind No Pants, John M and Judge, who are all veterans of the game, so it could be really promising what we see from him tonight.
Without a doubt.
Definitely one for the fantasy team.
Yeah, interesting to see what's happening on the British leaderboard. Although the lead is starting to go the Valour's way a little bit, they have been starting to keep up. There are some sharpshooters we might not have expected on that team. Blackheart, Viagra, Pistol, Willie Wilson and Wilson himself, all leading the top 5. Not seeing the people we might expect with Night Planet and Mad Blaster and Dankwell. It'll be interesting to see if they can come back into it late towards the end of this game or perhaps next round.
Without a doubt, and you know, Valour have just been controlling the central fountain region for quite some time, and you know, that's a big part of this map, as Sentinel trying to move in through that central part, and you know, you've got Los Champos and Booney just holding it down, like, just some absolute legends. And I believe I am hearing rumours of Kalaku entering the fray once again. Now the referees are going to have to step
like to do that. He's defying the referees. He might need to get a harsher punishment if he keeps this up. He's been given strict warning not to enter the field of play. Let's go back over to Conor McGregor. What are your thoughts on this? What are we going to do?
I mean, it's just a bit disappointing, you know. I might have to talk to him again. I can't give him more than a red, you know. I don't know what's going to happen here. Come back onto the field after I give him a red. I'm going to have to tell him again, and hopefully we don't have to send him off the pitch for security.
Well, you know, very, very early into this game, and Kalaku does take the first red card of the series, you know. Is that really going to show kind of where his head's at when it comes into these matches? You know, is he really committed to his team, or is he here just to break some rules and, you know, mess around? Is he really taking this as seriously as the rest of the team?
Well, his team need him to be, although they're keeping up still, just a 25 difference. They really need that extra spark to galvanise them. It seems like they have the manpower today, a bit more of the tactics than we saw yesterday from Bastion, but they're just crumbling slightly now under Valour, who've experienced one match already. They are going into this with a little bit of an advantage.
I heard the name.
Beautiful nade there from Petrol Pigeon. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the kill.
No, get behind the corner.
He's got a lovely piece on Black Adder and Big Fisher.
That's a recruit. Why do you have a recruit in your fucking company? Look out, look out.
And we have just heard some news. There is a recruit on the field. Now, ladies and gentlemen, everyone does know that you must be a regular or above to be part of a company. So the referee might have to take a look at that.
He might have been drafted in for some reinforcements.
That is very true. He could be a draft player. Let's see if he proves
Yeah,
his
now might have
worth
been a
today.
late call up from the youth club just to fill out the benches. See how he does tonight. He might be good. He's certainly above a few members of the British team right now. There's a lot trailing towards the bottom with very poor KDs, as opposed to Valour, who are all, at the very least, near positive. They're making their shots count against superior numbers.
Well,
Yeah, just got some word from Comrado Romano on the transfer news. We have just found that this recruit in question was just drafted up on the squad sheet 2 minutes before the squad sheet deadline was hitting. Very, very late selection for him.
That doesn't mean I want it though.
well, we must say this game is much closer than how it was yesterday. Sentinel are proving to be a force to be reckoned with, but Valour just having that edge and just edging in front of them in the scoreline here. It's extremely close, and this could get turned around by Sentinel, but you know, if they keep aggressively playing like this, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this edging goes tonight. It's going to be a very interesting match, although that advantage it's starting to get away from them a little bit. The Sentinel company might be following Bastion's lead here. They're starting to crumble a bit. They're getting trapped in their spawn here. I'm not sure what their tactic is. They're all moving out as a unit. Valour are taking the commanding lead. It could get messy this event. Valour have been on fire this match weekend.
Oh, here we have the recruit, and he does get taken out. Unfortunate for him.
Ooh.
You don't like to see that. You want to see these young players coming through and flourishing, but
Yeah, it's
he's got to
always
learn,
sad.
and he'll learn from this. He'll get the experience, and he'll be a better player for it.
We come to Guardsman Blackadder once again. He's staring at a wall. Unheard of tactics here. Possibly AFK, possibly thinking up some tactics. He's a great tactician. So we're going to have to see how much of an impact he has today on his
Reloaded.
team. He is still staring at a wall.
It's interesting. Maybe we should get down in there and get his insights.
Yes, can our pitch side commentary commentary man go down and try and get some words out of Blackadder? Ask him why he's looking
Let's
at
see what
this
he's
wall.
thinking.
You're right, Blackadder, what's going on, mate? You here?
Yeah. My bad.
So, what do you think's going on? Why are Valour doing so well? Why are they dominating the opposition yet again, despite a bit
Oh, it's a
more
mid-match
resistance?
interview. I've no wish of better players. I mean, you can ask Lockie. He's not been doing too great, but to be honest, he's a very good player of ours. He's a very good asset. He's another reason.
Well, your quality's certainly signing through. Do you think you're going to get all 3 victories again tonight, or do you think Sentinel might have a little something in their locker?
I think it's on it's on the table. It's on the table. It's a possibility, I got to say. But I got to get back to it. So yeah,
Well,
goodbye.
good luck,
Thank you for the
mate.
interview.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go,
Cheers,
ladies and
lucky,
gentlemen.
lucky.
That was Guardsman Blackadder giving his thoughts pre the second round. You know, mid-game interviews are a risky play, but he's performed very, very nicely, given his insights. And let's see how valuable they're going to be when coming into the next few rounds of this. It does seem like we have a possible another draft.
Oh, we have a streaker. We have a streaker on the pitch. Just divert your eyes away from the general chat. The stewards will deal with him shortly. If he
Oh,
doesn't
you
fall in
didn't
line.
run the command again. I told you to run the command
I
again.
ran it 3 times.
We'll have a look.
that
We'll have a look.
Red card this man. Get him out of here.
And there we have it, gentlemen.
He's been promptly red carded.
The first win did go to Valour
I
Company.
can check in my DMs. I have DMs from him.
Now, guys,
Listen, we love the Beaver, but he's unfortunately not part of either company.
Yeah, he is streaking here on the pitch. The stewards have got rid of him immediately. We don't know what he's up to, but
Why do you
he's got
rotate the
a
drill
full
grounds
line.
in between? Just fucking go to the next map.
I didn't rotate it.
I didn't say you did.
Oh no.
it's very unfortunate for 44th Recruit Whimsical Beaver 22, you know, being taken out of the game. You know,
Well, very
injuries.
quickly here.
Injuries are a big part of
He
a young
want-
player's career, and
He
unfortunately,
wanted a selfie with Locke.
Evening.
Oh.
Evening.
Well, Matt
Powered
Blaster,
voices
that
off.
didn't particularly go your way, but you were
Okay,
certainly
I'll
closer
tell you
than
why. I'll tell you
Sentinel
why.
were
I'll tell you why.
yesterday.
I'll tell you why. Do you want to know why it went wrong? Kalaku went the fucking wrong direction.
Ooh, you're struggling
would've
with discipline
worked.
in your team, maybe.
No, the idea is, fuck the strategies. We're winging it. It's our first time doing this. We're gonna cook.
Well, that is certainly inspiring words. Good luck to you again, Mad Blaster. Let's hope for a bit more of a closer round, although you did alright for your first round, so good luck. Let's
There
get
we
this
have it,
second match
gentlemen.
underway, folks.
Not sure about that one, to be honest with you, lads. I think that's just a little bit of immaturity creeping in the management there.
well, can we just notice No Pants once again being an MVP for Valour, topping the scoreboard last game. Yeah, he is proving to be a crucial player.
Yeah, he is really a useful asset for Valour. They need to invest in him. They've got to keep him in the club, pin him down to a long-term contract in that company. Or they don't want him going to the rivals. He will do numbers.
Here we are, the teams getting ready, doing their pre-match warm-ups, you know, getting those high knees, getting that exercise in. Let's move over to Valour, see what they're doing. Oh, it seems they're going for a different technique of not warming up and just standing still.
My bad, Cross. In my
Patience
defense,
is a virtue, and that patience is proving to be paying off here.
Yeah, I think we'll be kicking off soon.
I'd like to just take a small moment to focus on Guardsman Blackadder here. Obviously, very controversial figure inside the regiment,
thought
but
you
he's
were well
done
with that song.
bits in the morale department. I think he might be a key player for the future. What do you guys think?
Well,
that's
I
Bob
completely
Wine.
agree.
No,
don't kill me for
You know, he has just walked into barbed wire twice in a row, but I'm going to ignore that big blunder on his half, as there are possible claims of friendly fire there. But you know, he is proving to give that morale to the troops, and it's paying off very well as Valour has won 4 rounds without losing a single round now in this tournament, and
See anyone lock him?
the
what
statistics
Sentinel
speak
got here
for
this time.
themselves.
The thing is, if they win this, they pick up the W for the mini TDM series.
Yeah, there is 4 points at play here. They could just walk away with it. This match weekend, they've already claimed the most points. There's no way back. They've already got 7, which is more than any other company can achieve so far. But they do need to get a bit more experience. Valour will have 2 games worth of experience at the end of this. The other company is only sitting on 1. So it will be interesting. This match is starting off close, but they might get picked apart here if they cross the river.
Well, you know, the last match really started close as well, but then look how it turned out with Valour just taking a pretty commanding lead. However, it is looking like Sentinel are going on a bit of a flank here, possibly getting in
Yeah, it'll be
behind
interesting to see
them.
how it works. As opposed to the last round where they were starting to get hemmed into their spawn towards the end, that's where the kills really came. They just built that gap in the last 5 minutes. So if they can break out and pin the enemies more towards their side of the map, it will be very advantageous for them.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Behind us.
Calls of behind us
Behind
is
us,
being
behind us.
mentioned now as John M and what seems to be Darth Ronan moving in from a bit of a flank with Private Baxter, John M, Night Planet, insane skills in Viagra defending this building, and they do get them. It has paid off.
They need this flank to go their way, certainly Tropical, because they're starting to run away with it again, Valour. They need something now to get that psychological impact back in the team, make them feel like they're winning, or they could just lose this again.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. Quite a quiet game at the start here. Not too many kills. I'm currently watching Second Lieutenant Judge getting his reloads in. He is taking shots. I'm not sure he knows where from, though.
The far right flank, watch
Oh,
yourself.
never
mind.
Far right flank getting cover.
I eat my
If
words.
we remember,
I told you.
if we remember
keep
yesterday's
running.
game, in
Watch
these
out.
second
Don't
and third
get
matches, Bastion did show glimpses of some sort of comeback maybe brewing. Can Sentinel use that against Valour today?
Well, you know, speaking from experience on that last match, you know, spirits were high for Bastion going into that second game. They really thought they could turn this around, and it does seem that Sentinel have some very similar kind of feedback for their team and similar thoughts going into this second round, but is it going to pay off? Is it not? It's too close to say at the moment, as the score is currently 30-26, and you know, it's just going to be a very difficult one to predict.
Oh, nice shot.
Well, let's move over to Judge on the ground to see how his thoughts are as his team take a commanding lead, but there's still a bit to do here. They need to get the job done. Judge, how's it going? You've got the lead so far. You've won one round, but Sentinel seems to be.
We see Comrade Cross trying to make an entrance to that building, but killed by Private
no,
Baxter.
just,
What a great kill that was.
You know, it's just a slow round getting going. To be fair, I'm trying to oil up my my old knees are giving in a little bit, but it looks like No Pants is pulling us through.
Oh, and just some reports
so
from the
I think
on-field
it's,
referees.
very
Major
complicated.
Kalako complaining about the referee decisions on his red card. Guys, what are we thinking on this?
Well, you know, not agreeing with the referees' kind of decisions in these close games is not great for your team. It really shows just a very lack of leadership skills from, you know, we've seen it. We've seen it in the last few seasons with Bruno Fernandes. You know, it doesn't show that leadership position, and it does make us wonder, will he be wearing the captain's armband for the next match, or are they going to delegate down to Mad Blaster, who seems to be kind of leading the way for his team currently, getting that morale high, while Kalako is sadly hindering his team's development and performance in this match.
It definitely does make you wonder about what happened with Ringstings last night, complaining about the ref's decision, but then going top leaderboard next round. Could the same thing happen today?
This could be a comeback for Kalako. It is promising, and he is claiming to want to come and kill Blackadder, and we do have a face-off here, and No Pants takes the kill.
Oh, there it is again. He is such a valuable asset for that team. 11-1 already. Who can stop him at this point? He is powerful. He's their main man. Just feed the No Pants and he will score, and it's certainly happening tonight going 11-1.
Well, over on the southeast side, we do have a 3v1 here, as Blackadder's going to attempt to take down Blackheart, Naughty Badger, but he does not get the kill. Naughty Badger takes him out very, 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 very nicely.
Very, very close here, Tropical. We've got an interesting match in our hands.
It
Only
is.
7 separating them right now. It's not gone above 10 the entire match.
Well, I must say, No Pants is now taking a bit of premise. He's moving up the field here. He's getting a bit aggressive with his plays, and you know that can work out really well for him. He does just get a nice grenade there to force the team.
Maybe
to
the
move
heat
back
goes from his head though. Although he's already taken out Kalako again, he's really not proven the player. But they need him to be here today. Sentinel counting on leaders. They're gonna have to look towards Mad Blaster. Kalako already been sent off once, and now he's been taken out by the enemy team star player.
Well, what can you say? No Pants. He's really a one to watch. You know, I think he'll be definitely in for the Ballon d'Or this season.
We see Mad Blaster taking the lead of the British team at the top of the scoreboard going the shotgun class. This could be really galvanising for them. If they can rally behind their leader, who's currently opposing No Pants at the top of the scoreboard, we could see something interesting here. As it's still only 6 separated, this could be heartbreaking at the end for whichever team loses.
Well, No Pants gets another kill here.
14 and 1 this round.
1.
Absolutely world class. I think it's time to put him up to the big leagues. He is ready for the Champions League.
Yeah, it really is getting interesting here.
Here we have a
Might need to
Comrade
have
cross
word with
play.
Potato Waffle.
Comrade cross.
Yeah,
It was a retreat. It was a retreat. And he does retreat back to safety.
Ooh, it's closer than it's been for a long time now. Only 3 separating with a lovely volley. But let's have a word with Conor McGregor now, also known as Potato Waffle, who's in charge of refereeing decisions, as we see a bit of spawn camping creeping in. What's going on here?
Game is so gone.
Well, mate, I'm sorting them out. I'm going to give a yellow to Naughty Badger. After a warning, he still did not retreat. And Willie Wilson too. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that valuable insight.
Alright, little bit of a music break around this.
It's come down to 2 separation now still. Valour can't seem to pull away. That's Sentinel right on their tail, but they just can't take that lead.
I think this is all due to the middle management of Valour today. Very, very well organised in that centre of the park. Really working on all the wing backs and really pushing forward to get that hole.
Well, you really have to pin it to No Pants as well. If you take him out of the equation, just one man on the enemy team, and suddenly they're winning by 10 points, the Sentinel are. No Pants, he's really valuable here.
Look at this, as I said before at the start of the round, look at Guardsman Blackadder, 10 and 4, absolutely amazing, just above Specialist Lock. Just taking over him now, just taking him back over again with Comrade Cross following by behind. These top 4 are absolutely amazing today.
Well, what can I say? We do have a very good starting lineup here. You know, that front 3 is really proving to be just dominant, and with that back 10, it's just unstoppable here.
It's staying a lot closer now as we come towards the end of the match, though. Consistently, they've been on their tail the entire game. We could see something at the end. What it takes is one flank, as we see it go down to 3 here. One good flank and a take out on No Pants maybe even. And they could take the lead in the last 5 minutes here. It's looking good for Sentinel.
No Pants does go and get another kill, a 44-meter shot, 44th on top. No Pants.
Oh, he's unstoppable. He's going to break all the records. See him get 20 kills. This could be a record already for this league, as we're seeing.
It is looking to be extremely intense here.
Neck and neck with 5 minutes to go.
That kill difference down to just 4, man. It's fluctuating from 2 to 6 at the moment. Valour need to pull away or they could risk losing this one here. If Valour can wrap up the win, they win for this event, gaining 5 points today, 6 points already yesterday. That could be an 11-point lead. And if they win all the events, they'll be 12 points ahead of both companies.
And obviously, no team in the history of the division has ever gone unbeaten for a whole league season. It would be an absolutely tremendous job if they did that.
No, sorry.
Kalaku taken out again over on this western side. Kalaku not having a great game.
That was divine intervention right there. That was
Look, I think with Kalaku, he's not the front lines man, but you know he's going to definitely bring morale to his troops and keep that morale high for them to keep fighting.
Undoubtedly, we're gonna have to look at that. You know, see how well he does, and see how he progresses. Well, I do think we're going for a mid-game interview on Night Planet, so we're gonna go and
let's go down there now.
We're gonna go find him.
Would you say it's going tonight? You're only 4 points behind the enemy team, a lot closer than Bastion were to Valour yesterday.
Oh, I'm really scared. Surprise!
You're really scared. Well, this is certainly an interesting flank. Do you think it's going to pay off for your team?
Oh shit! Grenade! I think it's going really well, Belgrino. I am scared. Oh my god, they've shot Belgrino. Where are they from?
Well, thank you for the valuable insight, Matt. I wish you luck. You're only 5 men behind them, mate.
Oh, it might be one of the lads doing an interview.
No, Belgrino.
No, God.
And there you have it, folks. Night Planet's input on the game. It's the British side were attempting to murder the interviewer there.
I need a wee word from the refs
not
there.
very friendly there, I must say.
You know, we'll get it in for next time. We'll get the 5-a-dude press uniform in for the Brit faction for next week. We'll get that in.
Absolutely amazing.
Let's go over for a quick mid-game interview of No Pants, the star player. He's just crushing the enemy team.
Let's go find him.
Mid-game interview.
Hello there.
You're absolutely crushing it for your team right now, going 26-2. You are the most valuable player. This could be a record-breaking season for you. What do you put it down to? Is it just experience?
Yeah, I'm a World War I main, and to be fair, the difference of having 5 shots versus 1 shot in the Napoleonic mode is you can do so evil things.
Oh!
Yeah, you are certainly working on this for your team here. Already at 27 kills. You are the reason you are
close.
leading.
It's still very close.
Game is so
But if you lot do end up winning with this 3-goal difference, you will be the reason, my good man. Thank you very much.
Have a great one, chaps.
Ladies and gentlemen, No Pants. What a man. What a man.
Even
Leading the way.
Getting kills during the interview. That shows dedication to his team. Absolutely amazing.
Glorious stuff. As the survivor does have a shot on No Pants there, however, he does.
You know, I think we should check out who the leader on the British faction. Mr. Pancake, also doing quite well there. 14-2. Doing very
Let's
well.
go down to them now to see what they think their team needs to do.
Northeast. They're pushing close.
I'm not sure if Pancake uses his words, but let's see what he has to say.
Pancake, my good man, you're doing certainly well tonight. What do you pin that down to?
I don't know. I like these weapons.
Well, that's certainly good to hear. Do you think your team can make a comeback in the last stages here? Or do you think you're just going to have to go again next round and get that point on the door?
5 more kills.
4 more kills. 4 more kills. Come on.
It was very fast for me. Sorry.
Whoa.
I'm reloading. I can.
Thank you for the valuable insight, Pancake. Get back to the killing. Your team needs you.
Okay.
Very well. I think a bit of a miscommunication there between
watched
Pancake
that
and
right angle,
Penguino
though,
as he
gotta
didn't
find.
understand the question. But we are going to be swiftly moving on. Now, once again, it's still neck and neck. Only 148 to 145 with 45 seconds left in this match. This could really go down to the wire.
Is it going to let me? No, it's
Closest
not
match of the league season so far. This is going to be a big change in the dynamic if Sentinel can pull a win off here.
They've been on their tail all match, but they haven't overtaken once. As it goes down to one difference, there's
now a
eight
draw.
on numbers right now in the last 25. They've taken the lead. Let's see if they can hold on to this here. As a flank comes through, 3 points. They could take the win here.
The time taken down, 15 seconds.
This is the time for big players. Can No Pants pull for his team? As he's taken
10
2 deaths
seconds.
recently.
And they parked the bus.
They need to hold off for 5
2
seconds here.
more
Can they do
kills.
it?
4,
3 seconds.
2, 1,
Whoa!
and Sentinel! The comeback of dreams for Sentinel.
Oh my
They're
god.
still in this
What a
competition.
ride.
What a round. You do not want to miss this, folks. You do not want to
The
miss
Wow.
impervious, impenetrable defense of
Wow.
Valour Company defeated by the absolute might of Sentinel Company.
You know what we call
What an
that there,
amazing
Honor?
round.
We call that Soulshire right
Simply
there.
lovely. That is simply lovely, gentlemen.
How have they done that? An absolute Aguero moments in the final minutes here. Let's hear from Sergeant Major Dankwell if he's about. I think he might have abandoned his team. Not the best of times to do it. They've just pulled off an absolute blinder. Let's go back to Hector Barbosa to see if that was his battle plans coming through.
Calico, are you there?
It was excellent work from you there, Mad Blaster. Is that due to your newfound tactics of just letting your troops have freedom to go and push? Because we saw in the last minute there, to take that impressive lead, you had a flank and it took out 5 enemies. Is that what you pin it down to?
Yes, I do pin it down to the let them do what they want, but we have had some. We did do tactics behind it. In the VC, we have been saying, don't push up too far, stop pushing the church, because there's dickheads in it that are killing us all.
And is that
So
the orders
there
you're
are-
going to repeat it again for next round to see if you can get this win in 5 points?
What, there's points in this?
You get a point per round win, and you get a 3 points for an event win.
Oh, cracking. Alright, I need to go talk tactics.
Good luck, Mad Blaster.
Thank you.
There you have it, folks. Mad Blaster leading.
To be honest,
way
I
for
didn't know we were
Sentinel.
doing +3 for a win and for rounds 1. I didn't thought we were doing one or the other.
It's a +1 for a round 1 and a +3 for a whole event win.
You know, what's quite interesting, Tropical, is the match preview we had last round. He wasn't talking about tactics. He was saying they were just going to go on a whim. But now they're talking tactics. Maybe they've shifted and they were throwing a wee feint on us to make Valour drop their guard and let them win in the last seconds. That might be an absolutely top play from Map Blaster there.
Absolutely amazing stuff there from Ioana. I could not agree more. I think Mad Blaster has had us all without our pants on. You know, he's really baited us here as we do move into the final game, Port Nile. Now, we did see Valour take a very commanding lead against Bastion on this map. And
although if you remember in the earlier stages, we did see Bastion getting on the top in the earlier stages yesterday. They didn't let them run away from this. So maybe the number advantage will favour Sentinel again here, and they can take another win. If they can manage to pull that off, Valour will start to topple from their leaderboards, and we could get an interesting league here.
Now, this is where it all happened. As you remember from yesterday's match, Port Nile. This could be the massive decision maker. Will there be an all charge late in the round? Will there not be? Will the melee be the deciding factor who takes the win in this second game?
This is interesting because this is a close quarters map here with a lot of height advantages. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they play this compared to Countryside being a much more open and flat map.
And, ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Keep tabs on that center tower. It's going to be a big decision maker today.
Here we do have Valour splitting up with quite a few going left, quite a few going mid, and quite a few going to the right side. As Sentinel seem to be primarily focusing on that middle point, which could be vital. If they can control that tower, then I think the game will be in their hands.
Oh my god.
I think this mid-rush is absolutely vital. What a grenade. Oh, just went wide. I think this middle point's going to be very contested here. Whoever controls that center tower has complete domination over that map with that rifle.
There's not a good start here for the Sentinel team. As Valour starting to put away, they can't let them win here at the start. It will make all the difference.
They're pulling away too quickly, guys. Already 5 kills ahead. They need to pull it back quick.
Ooh, Suckymoda taken out just before he gets into the tower. Mad dash for the tower, but does not pay off as Rockwell, Frozen Moon, and Los Trompos are holding down this middle area here.
In the meantime, as Valour take a commanding lead, we have got word from the officials due to how close it is today. There will be no all-charge round. This is going to come down to the wires and the difference of rifles.
That's a big decision from the referees today. Want to see how it's going to go.
Well, continuing in form with Valour taking a lead at the start of the match. You know, it's not a commanding lead, only behind by 8 to make that 9. It's going to be
difficult. Starting to come back into this. They've just got to get a bit closer like they did in the last map, where they kept that difference about 3, 4, 5, 6. But if it's going to stay 8 the entire match, that comeback that we saw at the end just won't be possible.
Honestly, if they can keep it in the realms, nothing higher than 6 or 7 kill difference, it'll make the big difference. They need to close it though.
Yeah, they need that psychological win. They can't see it pull away more than 9 here. If they get above 10, Valour might just go off into the wind, and Sentinel faces will be looking on in despair.
Wow,
yeah,
Sentinel are pulling it back.
Big justice. Be robbed of some big justice if they lose this.
Down to 5 here. This could be very interesting.
Getting closer.
Seeing a lot more action than yesterday to the east side here, up by the wells. We see smoke grenades being used by the glorious leader Mad Blaster. He pushes up here. Let's follow this here. See what he does. Ooh, and he's been domed by Lucky Flay. A win for Devon, some might say, but being born in Devon, I don't think is a win in general. So that is unlucky for Lucky Flay.
And just like was said before the run, that center tower coming into play. Lucky Flay using that to his utmost potential. Great play by him.
Yeah, he certainly is proving himself up there. See if he can get to the top of the leaderboards.
Whoa.
As we see a familiar face on the British team. Pioneer Renegade on loan from Bastion Companies. Made his way to 4th for Sentinel. This could get interesting with the addition of him.
Valour are dominating here, holding both towers. This is looking very promising for them. Now let's see if we can go for a mid-match interview with Lucky Flay as he's holding down that tower. Let's see his thoughts.
Lucky Flay, have you got time to answer a few questions?
Yeah.
Well, you seem to be doing God's work up here in the tower, pinning down the enemy forces and helping your team take that commanding lead of 9 points. Are you going to stay up here for the rest of the match, you think, as long as you can, and just pin them down as they exit the spot and get as many kills as possible?
Definitely. Yeah, that's the plan. Well, that's the game plan if I don't get killed. So yeah.
Have you got high hopes for a win to take all 3 points here tonight from the event?
Oh, definitely, especially where I'm born in Devon. Devon's the best county, so I should be able to take it up.
A hot take there from Lucky Flay, especially considering...
Oh!
Well, the referees might have to intervene there as Captain Comrade Cross. Unsportsmanlike conduct there.
Yep.
However, we
Just
got what
checking
we
with
needed.
VAR.
We got what we needed out of Lucky Flay, you know. He's promising that he's going to stay inside of that tower. He's going to put in that work. He's going to do some amazing stuff. And we're going to have to see how he performs.
On-field referee decision was a yellow card, but VAR have overturned the decision. It has overturned the decision. It is just going to be a verbal warning, no yellow card. Very rare this happens. Obviously, in the Premier League, yellow cards can't be overturned like this, but in this league, it is a thing that is going to happen.
Yeah, disappointing for a viewership point of view as Valour is starting to pull away here. There's not going to be as much drama as last round. But they are keeping it slightly close, under the realm of 20, but I'm not holding out for any Sentinel miracles like last round. Valour, I think they're going to take all the points here.
Well, I must
Although,
say...
do take a look. Take a look at wee Petrol Pigeon. Kingspin Petrol Pigeon, going under the radar, but he's doing well.
Yeah, no pants on the enemy team. He's just consistent. Every round he's at the top of that Valour team. He is indisposable for them. I don't know what they'd do without him, quite frankly. He's just too powerful.
Oh, you see, I must say, guys, you know, even if Sentinel do lose this, I think we do have to give them credit where credit is due. You know, winning that last round, Valour had the lead the entire game, and then they brought it back within the last 30 seconds. Now, that is very impressive, and, you know, they do get a point, which will put them second in the league either way. They do get the point away, and, you know, is that Sentinel Bastion game going to be close, or do we think that Sentinel are going to dominate as well as Valour had? Like,
I think it'll all come down to this wee tower battle in this last bit. I'm hoping to see more struggles in this tower area with the introduction of the Survivor 999 taking over that centerpiece. Going to be massively important. Maybe Sentinel can form a comeback from this position.
100%. Necro Hell and...
If it's spawn, I didn't know admins. Sorry.
And the Survivor just dominating in that middle piece. Possible talks of spawn shooting, however, I do not think that anything suspicious was going on over there. So
let's go over to Conor McGregor's opinion, a referee on site. What do you think of these claims of spawn camping? Do you think there's nothing in it, or maybe something to look at?
Well, I'll have to check it out, mate. You know, it's a bit difficult in these situations, but I'll have to check it out. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for that, Conor McGregor. Should we transition to on-ground interview, perhaps with Valour this time?
Of course. Now,
anyone particularly want to speak to you, Tropical?
Well,
I'm thinking we talk to Fusilier John M. Definitely a very charismatic creature. Definitely worth a talk to.
Well, let's go to John
Our
M.
team's doing very well tonight, taking a lead here again, continuing that dominance from yesterday. A little bit shaky in the last round to lose that in the last few minutes, but do you think you're going to wrap it up here tonight?
Oh, definitely. We have to. It's impossible not to do it. We are winning right now. We will continue this form, I think.
What do you put that down to? The individual brilliance of your players like No Pants, Blackadder, and yourself topping the leaderboard? Or are you just a bit more coherent, more experienced than any enemy team?
I'd say it depends on player to player. Some of us are probably more mechanically skilled than the enemy, and some of us have a better strategy like myself. I've spent far too many hours playing Battlefield not to know what to do in these scenarios. Don't shoot him.
Thank you for the insight, John M. That's certainly valuable. Do you think Battlefield has prepared you to a slightly more advanced warfare than the usual pitches we're used to on this server?
Slightly more ridiculous warfare, yes. More aggressive, definitely. And more chaotic.
Thank you very much for that, John M. Good luck. Hopefully your team can pull through for your sake.
Yeah, definitely.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there was a bit of dirty action going on by Darth Ronan shooting the interviewer relentlessly there. The referees might get involved, but, you know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's a bit slow, a bit confused. You know, the heat of the battle can make your brain a bit confused. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Some sort of concessions were made to Darth Ronan there. Definitely heat of the moment kind of thing. Just a verbal warning for now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a claim from No Pants saying Sakya spawns. If the referee can go and check that one out.
It's coming a little bit closer again. It's stabilised more to what we've seen from the last few rounds. Sentinel certainly giving Valour a bigger push than Bastion were yesterday. It's a lot more in this. However, it does look likely they'll win again with a 20-point lead. It's still been interesting to see a slightly different opponent take on Valour. They've struggled a bit here tonight.
As we are closing down the last 5 minutes now of this match, it's gone quick. It has gone very quick with Valour having a lead again.
This is still possible. I could see them doing something here if they really push.
They've got to make it count though. There needs some very decisive action, some stern word from the leadership. As we do see Hector Barbosa now Blaster, second on leaderboard again. He's certainly leading the way, he's leading by example for his team.
Well, you know, we saw it yesterday with Ringstings. You know, he did lead the way in the end, but you know,
fucking hell.
Was the leadership skills there? Was he leading his team or was he leading himself? Now, obviously, we're gonna have to question that at the end of the game in the post match feedback. But it is
we have seen
right now.
We have seen, however, the teams have balanced out here. It's currently looking 17 versus 19. Do you think that's what's causing Sentinel a bit of trouble this round? Or do you think, in fact, they might be playing into them compared to what we saw yesterday from Bastion, who did lose quite badly, perhaps because they have more targets to the superior Valour marksmanship to take out?
Well, you know, I'm not too sure because this game has been very, very close across the three legs. So I'm not sure if the numbers are going to play too much into it or if it's just purely just going to be that skill, as we do see Locke take out Baxter from close range. Baxter missing quite a few shots, and Barbosa then gets revenge. Great miss from him on that first shot, but he does get it with the shotgun on the second shot. So, you know, we're just going to have to see, and I think it will go down to skill.
Yeah, it certainly has come close again tonight. We see both teams go above 100, something that Bastion couldn't do yesterday. It's very good for the league to see this level of competition.
Just under 3 minutes left in the final round here. Looking very, very good from Valour. Looking to take another 3 points.
Yeah, I think they'll wrap it up and take it home here. Tropical, what do you think we'll be looking for going forward in a few more game weeks? Do you think we'll see tactics developed by the teams, or maybe a bit more experience, a bit more skill, maybe slightly slower matches, a few less kills to get down to the wire, as we've seen this round with both teams trailing off a bit compared to 150, 160 this last round?
Well, you know, I do think the referees might have to take a little look at the rules going into the next matches, with regarding that, you know, that balance. You know, it can really throw off some teams, especially Bastion. It played not in their favour at all, so we might have to look at that in a bit more detail. Make sure there's the same amount of players on the field at all times. And you know, I'd love to see some changes in some tactics. It's always nice to see teams adapting after these losses and their wins.
Yeah,
so without a doubt, there's going to be some changes.
We do see Sentinel keeping that lead quite close again. It's been a very interesting round, as have all three been today. Not that as much Valour dominance, they've still managed to use their experience and skill to pull through, but it's certainly been a bit closer, maybe a few shaky heads there. Speaking of referees, however, with the officiating officials, we need to go to Potato Waffle. There was a bit of controversy regarding the spawn camping rules. What are your thoughts on that, Conor McGregor?
Well, it's a bit of a complicated area, but with the extended range of these rifles in this game mode, basically, to make it clear, you can shoot people in their spawn as long as you're in your half of the map. If you enter their half of the map and you start shooting at them as they spawn, that's when it starts to get a bit into the spawn camping territory. And if you're near their spawn and you're killing anyone on their team, that's called spawn camping, and you will be issued a yellow card if you do not retreat.
Thank you for that, Andrew Serkis. We do move into
last
the last minute.
45 seconds. Last 45 seconds. Still about 18 or so kills behind. Maybe some final push here to at least make it tight.
you know, it has been a lot closer than we saw with Bastion, you know, and you have to give props where props are due to Sentinel. They have really tried their best getting that win. They've tried and they've failed, but that is okay. This is all about taking part, having fun, and while Valour very much seem to be the dominant team, it's clear that Sentinel have really put on a show for us tonight, and they should be proud of their performance.
Valour definitely lived up to their name today. Very definitely lived up to it. Shown their learning from last round's loss. But the round goes to Valour, and the game goes to Valour.
There you go, folks. A 2-1 victory for Valour. They've taken 3 points home again, but it's been a lot closer with the score difference remaining below 100. And if you're at home tuning into the stream or you've been watching today, maybe taking part, submit your best clips so we can get the highlights reels going for tonight. Thank you for showing up.
Well, ladies and
Obviously,
gentlemen,
all this will be streamed before. Next stream coming soon, but let's get a wee word and let's just give a little bit of honor and courtesy to our man of the match today, Fusilier No Pants. How good was he, Tropical?
I don't think words can describe his performance today. It was absolutely breathtaking. You know, getting kills left, right, and center. You know, he's really very dominant when it comes to these World War I rifles, and yeah, there's no player like him. Undisputed GOAT. Undisputed GOAT.
I think we get one of the Valour leaders in here and get one of the Sentinel leaders as well and get their wee take in the match. Let's grab Judge. Obviously, we spoke to him before. Let's get him in for a wee post-match review. See what he thinks of the matter. Let's drag him in now. Casting Lounge. Second Lieutenant Judge, what a performance from Valour today. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't amazing. The second round really wasn't great. Primarily looking at our short-term loanies that round, dropping the ball. We'll definitely be looking at terminating those contracts going forward. But still happy to come away with the 2-1 win.
And did you think you had to make some desperate changes in that third round to really secure that win by such a margin, 25 kills or so?
Really didn't change much at all, to be fair. We just played a bit more conservatively, I believe, this one. In the second round, I did advise the people not to skyline themselves too much and just die unnecessarily, but they didn't take that on board, and that's why we lost.
Final question for you, Judge. Do we think the re-emergence, we've seen Comrado Romano speak about it in the new transfer news. Do we really think the re-emergence of Lieutenant Colonel Rex might bolster to make the statement of Valour being the top company absolutely firm and steadfast?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say again, Colonel Rex is a world-class hold-fast player. So anyone would be lucky for him to be in their side, and it would be a brilliant signing if we can get him over the line before deadline day.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Second Lieutenant Judge, for joining us from Valour Company. Great result for you guys.
Cheers, thank you.
Now, let's grab one of the enlisted members of Sentinel here, get their take on what upper management would really like. I think, what are we thinking, guys? We grab Petrol Pigeon after his great performance in the second round?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yep, let's get him in. Kingsman Petrol Pigeon, welcome to the commentary lounge. What are your takes on the match today? What are your opinions on how Sentinel performed?
It was quite good. A little bit disappointed with the result, but it's alright. First match, we didn't really know what we were doing, but I just sort of snuck around to the right, try to flank him a bit. Second round, I just tried to hide behind stuff, try and go towards the left, and I don't know, just sort of like keep angles, like hanging back, only exposing myself to one angle at a time. And round 3, I was just sort of sniping, hanging around back, at the back, doing long shots.
Do you think the influence of middle and upper management in the second one really helped you come in that comeback win in the last 10 seconds?
I would say so, because we did start to like organize saying call-outs and stuff like that.
Final question, sorry. This one's going to be a very vital one. Do you think the Sentinel need to strengthen with this transfer window still open before it closes?
Possibly. But I also feel like it's just like the fact that Valour had more experience with this sort of thing. Also with the maps.
Well, amazing. Great to hear from you, Petrol Pigeon. Great result from you. At least get a win there, and great personal remark from you. Obviously, amazing performance in that second one for you as well. Great to see you here, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Amazing stuff. Now let's try and see if we can get RSM Mad Blaster in here. You know, he was kind of leading the way for Sentinel tonight, and I'd love to know his post-match thoughts.
Welcome, RSM Hector Barbosa, otherwise known as Mad Blaster. Let's hear your take on today's match. What do you think?
Okay, so to be honest, we had a solid performance, saying that it's our first time with the maps and with everything, and the tactics went out the window. Doesn't help that half of your team fucks off after the first round because we lost.
Ooh. Do we really think that's down to the lack of discipline inside of Sentinel, or is there a deeper issue here?
I mean, we are going to get some improvements going because we need that. Muskets are a lot different to rifles, so it's cooked. Quite a lot of people are having troubles with that. We also had reports of people getting shot through walls, so admin abuse maybe. Can we get a look at that, please?
Yeah, no, I got word from our pitch side man, Potato Waffle here, or otherwise known as Conor McGregor. It seems that was just a bunch of massive hoax and nothing substantial in that.
Massive hoax, I say. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. We are going to improve. We're going to get some things going to make sure people can use a rifle and not a musket. But it should be solid. It was
Great.
quite fun.
And a final question, ask this one to Pedro Pigeon as well. Do you think there's any key players that you can still get in the transfer window before it closes?
Key players? What? There's a transfer window.
Difference makers, yeah, difference makers. Really make that Sentinel attack really stick out, and maybe get their, their two big, their two big hands up at that top bit. They score some goals. What do you think?
To be honest, we don't need anyone new. We're happy with the lot we've got. We just need to improve them. Cause I noticed that Valour had a couple heavy hitters, and that was it. We were spread across the board.
It's interesting
Not
take.
just main men.
Absolutely amazing. Great to hear from you, Mad Blaster. Gentlemen, RSM Mad Blaster.
Goodbye, chap.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time that we bring this to a close. You know, it's been a great game. We've seen some amazing
Just before we leave you, can I get your guys' take on the man of the match for tonight? We've had a few interesting things. No Pants is the obvious choice, but we did have the leadership of Mad Blaster, the experienced judge. Anything else you want to throw in there?
Well, you know, I'm gonna throw in Guardsman Blackadder. You know, in that second match, he was really performing, taking out Kalaku at all available chances. You know, it was really nice from him. Some very nice plays. You know, he was raising that team spirit, getting them kills, and you know, we've got to recognize that because that was a very nice performance from him.
Yeah, honestly, Tropical's got a very good take there. Me personally, I think I'm going with second lieutenant judge on this one, guys. Maybe not the best performance on the scoreboard wise, but absolutely pivotal in that organizational sector today. And I think he is one of the main reasons around that win.
Yeah, personally, I think I'm just going to go for the obvious choice, No Pants. He was a difference maker all 3 rounds. If they hadn't had him on that Valour team, I think they would have lost.
Without a doubt, truly an MVP of both matches, both today and yesterday. You know, what a player.
Well, that is a tie for man of the match then currently. We'll have to go through to Conor McGregor to make the deadlock.
Well, to be honest, I know this isn't my field of expertise, but I do feel like No Pants is he's just an incredible player. Like, it's a privilege to watch him play, and it's just magical. You know, he's got such a bright career ahead of him. I've got to have to give it to him.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. No Pants is your 44th TDM man of the match for today. Wow.
Well, gentlemen, It's time to close the ceremony today. New matches coming soon, all live on 44 Talksport. Ready for you to watch these next matches to be neck and neck. All players key in the field with experience in them. Get ready because this next few matches are going to be amazing.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like Honor said, it is time to bring it to a close. Without further delay, I have been Tropical.
I've been at Penguino.
And I've been Honor.
And we thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.